Hey guys, hope you're doing great. It's Louis from Xclusive Reptile, and today I will show you how I put my tortoises into brumation. Let's do it.
Welcome to Xclusive Reptiles.
So about the brumation, guys, you have three special techniques that you can use for do the best brumation. The first one is naturally, so directly in the enclosure of the tortoises. The second one is in fridge, so controller environment, and the third one is one we're going to show you today, is directly in the small wood house that you have in the garden, for example this kind of thing. And I'm going to explain you why I choose this technique and not the two first that I was just speaking about. This one for me is the safetier here in Belgium. Why? Because we have a lot of humidity here. As you can see, the ground is really humid. It's really too much water for the tortoise, who can have some problem, because when it's raining and the water fall down, it goes directly in the soil, and if your enclosure it's a bit down from the other part of the garden, the water goes there and the turtle are completely wet in this area. So it's important not too wet, and here in Belgium it's too wet, so we can't choose this special technique. If you are in, for example, Italy or France, why not? It would be a good thing to do. But here, no. The second technique in fridge, it can be good because it's controller environment. So I think it's good for smaller individual or for specimen that you want to send later in hibernation, and you don't use the waiter to cool down the tortoises. So you have to do yourself with the lamp. You have to put the lamp down slowly of 12 days to arrive to a good temperature to send the tortoise in hibernation. So the fridge for me is good for this kind of specimen, but not for the whole group in general. In general, I choose these big boxes, as you can see just around me, because there is enough space for them move, because I put some leaves inside. So dry leaves can be a bit humid, but not too much. So we're going to put a bit water on it, but that have to stay really most dry than humid to avoid any problem, for example the fungi. Because if you have any fungi or whatever in the hibernation, the tortoises, it's at one moment of them life that they are open to any bacteria, fungi or whatever. And those things can be terrible for your tortoises. Here in the breeding, as you can see, we have different boxes. Why? Simply because we separate each enclosure, each locality, each specimen that they are from different enclosure in the year. It's same things in the hibernation, they have to be separate. And now guys, I'm going to show you how I do a box like this, but it's simply, let's go. Here we got some nice leaves, so as you can see, we all put them dry like that, it's not too much humidity, and we're going simply put the leaves inside the box. Let's do it. We don't put too much. Why? Because we're going to put the tortoise on it, and on top of that, we're going to put again leaves. And the tortoise can play between the bottom and on top of the boxes. If it's cold, for example, she's going to go on the bottom, and if it's hotter, she's going to go up on the boxes. Hey guys, we are now in the enclosure of the first species that we're going to take. Let's go. Okay, let's go guys. We're going to put that aside. And we got the wonderful tortoise here. So we do slowly, we take them. Hello little girl. You see, too much humid. As I told you, it's not a good idea to do the hibernation in this kind of substrate. It's too much humid here in Belgium. So let's go, we're going to put her inside the boxes we prepare for her. Let's go for sleeping, girl. Let's go back. Okay guys, now we're going to do the second enclosure. So what we do between those things, we just wash the hand, and we got a new boxes just here where we're going to put only 2 tortoises. Is the reason it's smaller. Let's do it for the Testudo marginata. Okay guys, and now we're going to do the next enclosure, the subadult hermanni boettgeri, so smaller individual. Let's go. Okay guys, so we got a part of our different boxes from different enclosure, and just to be sure we know which specimen is in which boxes to go back in the good enclosure, we're going to take just some note and write the name of the enclosure. So for example, here we got the hermanni boettgeri big male. Right. That's a good thing to know who going to back in the right enclosure. Okay guys, now we are to the last enclosure. Why this one is the last one? Because it's the Testudo Graica ibera. The Graica ibera can be a species which carry some sick. It's not a sick that show some sign. They don't have any sign, but they can pass some sick to other tortoises. So we finish with this enclosure here today, and let's go to show you them already ready to go inside the new boxes. Okay guys, here we got our male full black Testudo Graica ibera, paws black, head black, shell black. Let's go buddy for a small sleeping time. Oh, looks guys, she's already really good inside the heart. So we're going to do slowly. As you can see guys, the shell is not really good. It's really like pyramidal, like Toblerone. We're going to do another video about that and to explain you why she have that, or why some tortoise can have this part of the shell really more higher. But now it's time to hibernation. Okay guys, now we got all our boxes full with tortoises. As you can see, they are there to ready to go into brumation. Okay guys, I'm going to explain to you how we put those tortoises into brumation, how we prepare them, because it's not like we take them from the garden and we put in those boxes like you saw. It's important to respect a cycle, and which cycle? It's when the temperature, when the water going to be cooled down around 15, 18, a small 20 degree. The tortoise don't move a lot, they don't eat a lot. You stop give some food for the 12 days before into brumation, and you give some bath, because the tortoise have the particularity to drink with the tail. So she absorbs the water by the cloacal exactly, and she do the humidification inside her, and so like that the stomach and the intestine are stimulated, and she put the excrement, so she empty the tractus digestive. Important thing before any brumation. And at this moment guys, when the tortoise is outside, you give them some bath, you give no food for 12 days, and after that you can take your tortoise when the temperature is around 10 degree, 8 degree, it goes slow down by slow down, but more of that. You take them, you put in your boxes, and you put that directly in a small wood house in your garden, and the temperature should be around 5 degrees here in Belgium. The important thing is when it's too cold, it can be frozen in the small house of wood, so be careful of that. My advice is to put lamp thermostated, so ceramic lamp on a thermostat. You put your thermostat on 6.5 degree with an hysteresis. So hysteresis is the variant of temperature of 1 degree. So when the temperature is going to be lower than 5 degree, if we put hysteresis of 1 degree of 5.5, if we put hysteresis on 1 degree on the temperature of 6.5, so under 5.5 degree, your lamp going to be functional and hotter the air of your wood house to avoid any frozen. Okay, it's really important because if it go under 0 degree, your specimen can be frozen and so they die. And guys, another point, I got many questions about, yes, if my specimen, if my tortoise is inside in a terrarium because it's a baby, should I do the hibernation? In the nature, they do the hibernation even the first year. Even if the female put the eggs late in the year, the babies will hatch, and when they hatch, they feel that it's already too late to go outside because it's too cold. So what they do, they stay in the eggs. The eggs is half hatching and they stay inside and they do the hibernation there. It's crazy thing. So my advice is the first year of life of the baby, you have to do the hibernation. Not an hibernation of 5 months, 4 months and a half like the adult, but 2 months, it's a good thing to do. How you have to do, it's same thing that's done outside, but you have to reproduce that inside. So you cool down yourself the temperature. It was like 31, 32 degrees to the hot spot. You cool down that, so you cut the down slowly by slowly. And after you're around 25, 22 degrees, you take your tortoise, you put in a fresh piece, then in your house, around 18, 15 degrees, that would be great. In 12 days also, no food also. And at this moment you put again in a fresher piece around 15, 12 degrees, like a cave or like on top of the house. And after that they are ready to go to 6 degrees, 6.5, that would be the best, like the tortoise who are outside. Okay guys, the video going to be finished. Thank you very much to watch it. I hope you like it. Don't forget to put a like, to share it and whatever you want. Thank you very much. If you have any question about your tortoise, any situation, any age, should I do not? My tortoise is exotic. Should I do? Absolutely not, because exotic tortoise don't do any hibernation. It's for Mediterranean tortoise usually. So don't hesitate to send me a message or ask for another video about the special species or whatever. It would be with a big pleasure. See you soon. It was Louis from Xclusive Reptiles.